It's really sunny right here. Okay, wow, it's really sunny. I can't see anything, but whatever. I'm gonna do an unboxing. I have about 1 million packages that have been waiting for me since I left, and I will show you them right now. I'm just gonna quickly go through here. Some of the stuff is, and like most of it is home related things. Oh, I think these are birthday gifts. What the heck? Birthday gifts. I think that this is, these might be T-Swift posters. So, okay, wait, never mind. This is a birthday gift from my mom and my dad. Yay. I don't even know what this nasty gal is. I'm assuming it's some pants that I ordered. So this came pretty quick for nasty gal. But I ordered some metallic pants because I have obviously many events in the future. These are literally like the same as the other pants I have, the black and like colorful ones that I wore to the concert, but I just felt like I needed like this version of them. These are actually kind of sweet, I'm not gonna lie. These are, and they're like comfortable, and I just feel like they're good, I don't know. Hopefully they fit. These look a little smaller than I'm used to, but I feel like these are just too great. They're too great. And they were like on sale. Everything was like 60% off or something. So I was pretty happy about that. Okay, let's see what else. I didn't realize these are my birthday gifts. I wish I didn't open that. I need this to be clearly marked. Oh, here we go. So I ordered even more beads when I was gone because I missed so badly when I was out of town doing my bracelet making. I love making bracelets. It's like my favorite thing. So I ordered all of these because I thought they were so cute. And they're just like butterfly beads. So I was like, that's so cute because I love butterflies. And they're kind of clearish. And then I also ordered these, which these are pretty, there's not a lot of them, but they're like hearts. I mean, sorry, these are stars, hello. Turn your brain on. Yeah, so these are stars, and they're like all just different kind of colors, but I thought this would be good for whatever it is that I do, which is making bracelets. Okay, then we got this one. What the heck was I ordering, for real? It's like all coming in randomly. Okay, then I got these no crease clips when I was gone. I kept like thinking of things when I was traveling that I was like, I would really like that, or I need that, or I was on my phone a lot, okay, I was, and I was probably not a good thing, but I was like, oh, that'd be so cute to have, like, no crease clips that are, you know, sparkly, but they're not that sparkly in person, and they're really heavy, so we'll see. We shall see. So I will let you know about that one. Okay, then let's see what's in here. Oh, this is, I think, another birthday gift. So I feel like I shouldn't open that. All right, I will. This is another birthday gift. Oh my God, I need to stop opening these. But this is really cute. So this is it. All right, I'll just show you. I'll show you. Birthday. I'll save this for what I got for my birthday haul, but this is real. Oh my God, this is actually so cute. It's a Loungefly Harry Potter Honeydukes cosmetic bag. I think it's a cosmetic bag, or maybe a, yeah, I think it's a cosmetic bag. But I mean, you could really use it for whatever. But inside, so this is the inside of Honeydukes. Like you can, it's kind of like slightly transparent. And then inside it's got like the floor. Are you kidding me? The detail. Oh my God. I like this long strap too. And then this would be cute to like also if you had already like a Loungefly black backpack, which I do. I have a Harry Potter one. It would be so cute also to do like, put this in your bag as like a organizer inside of the backpack. So look at what goes inside. It's like chocolate frogs and all the candy that they sell at Honeydukes. So see how it's like kind of slightly transparent? So, I mean, you can kind of see, but you look inside and then you can see all the candy inside. But it's like another makeup bag that's just coincides with it. It's so cute. I really like Loungefly stuff. I feel like it's very good quality. Everything I've had from Launchfly has been very good quality. So, there you go. Okay, yay, I just got a birthday gift. I'm not gonna open any more though, because I need to save some for my birthday, otherwise I'll be like upset on my birthday if I have nothing open. Okay, these I ordered because I wanted to see, I saw like a video or something about someone trying these, but they're basically like buttons where if your pants don't fit at the waist properly, but you like the fit otherwise, you can put this pin in and it's like, it acts like another button and then you like fasten it. I'll just have to show you one day. So I got that. Let's open this one because this is very exciting. If I think this is what it is, which it is. So I got on and I ordered more Stanley cups. I use them a lot. Like I use them a lot. So for me, they're worth it, okay? I don't want to hear it from anybody else. I don't want to hear it at all. Oh, you didn't need another one? Look, I know. You don't need to tell somebody that shops a lot that they don't need something, like they already know, but we find a way. I think that they're really cute colors, but I don't know if other people do because they were not sold out right away, which I thought was a little interesting. So maybe this is like not cool to other people. Oh yeah. What color is this called? What is this called though? Oh my God. What is this called though? I don't know what the color. I think this is the jade color. I think this is jade because it looks like my jadeite, which I love. You know me and my jadeite. So this is like the new one as well. Like they improved a lot of stuff where like with the straw and like the handle and stuff. So jade. So we got that. And then I got another one, which I believe, I'll show you the color. I don't want to ruin it, the surprise. There is one that I really want and it's the hot pink Stanley. If I could get my hands on that, which I can't, because it's always sold out. Never seen it back in stock since. Here's the second color I got. I thought this would be a really fun summer color. And spring. This is the Citron. Citron. It's like a green, it's like a greenish yellow. And it's very vibrant. And I just thought that was so cute. I had to get that. And I like all the details. It's got some like jade details, which I actually like. I didn't know if I would like that, but I like it. Then I got some lights for the basement. So they're just flush lights. I want to change out the lights in the basement because they're horrible. They're like boob lights. Is that what they call them? Boob lights? I hate that. So I'm not doing that. Okay, what is this? This looks very suspicious. Oh, cool. So finally this came. I did like a Twitch shop with me situation, and one thing that I bought, which I'm actually really excited to use, this is gonna be perfect now that I'm back home. I bought an acrylic whiteboard for the fridge. So like, if you wanna do a to-do list or grocery shopping or whatever, you can put this on your fridge and it looks fabulous. Hold on, what's going on? Non-slip sticker for anti-skid on the back of the magnet. It's really clear. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna go put this on there right away. But yeah, it comes with all of that stuff with it, which is really nice. And then, oh, I got Ulta. Ooh, I gotta open that. And then what is this? This is also, I think these are lights. I think these are more lights back here that I ordered. So I did a big Ulta order while I was away. I'm very much back into makeup right now. So I'll just quickly show you what I got. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to. I'll save it for my Twitch. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm on my way right now to Columbus, which I'm about an hour away. So it's pretty close. But it's nice because I'm kind of like an hour to Columbus and then an hour to Cincinnati. So they're really, really close, but I don't have to like live in those cities, especially Cincinnati. I just went to the Cincinnati airport, like out of the Cincinnati one, because I could not get a direct flight like out of Dayton, which sucks because I love the Dayton airport. But so I had to fly out of Cincinnati. I have to say, CVG is the #1 worst airport I have ever been in. There's not a single thing that works correctly at that airport, and it's a mess. It's outdated. It's a complete like maze where things are not close together. Like, it's not efficient. Okay, nothing is efficient. It's bad. So anyway, that's not really why I got on here to talk, but right now I'm going to Columbus because I'm going to meet Samantha, who is, you would know her more if you were on my Twitch, but basically during like the whole Taylor Swift Ticketmaster debacle, she was watching. She's like been a long time viewer, and she was watching it. Like, she was like, she felt bad because like when I was live, like trying to get the tickets, like I'm putting my information in. Like I waited 6 hours like in the queue. Everybody was like so excited when I finally got through the queue of Ticketmaster, and then I finally get in there and I'm putting stuff in my cart, like putting tickets, trying to buy tickets for the Cincinnati show. And nothing will go through. Like, it's saying my card is, something wrong with my card. So she like literally offered me to use her card. But like, it wasn't a card issue, just so everyone knows. I mean, it wasn't. But it wasn't a card issue. It was just that like every time I was putting tickets in my cart, they would sell out because, you know, it was so crazy out there. There's 20,000 people out there. So don't remind me about that day. But anyway, like everybody saw it. She was so nice. And she happened to get, and no one knows how to this day how she got this. She happened to get 2 sets of tickets, fair and square, through Ticketmaster for the Detroit show. And to 2 different nights. No, I have no clue how she did that. Like, genuinely, I have no freaking clue how she did that. But whatever. So she got the tickets, and so she offered me one of the tickets, like, to go with her to the Detroit show. And I had like known her already like a long time, and she's very generous, like kind, and she sent a lot of stuff to my PO box. But anyway, so she offered for me to go, and we are going together. And even though I ended up getting tickets, as you guys saw, like during Vlogmas, I got tickets to the show, thank God. But you know, I still was like, well, let's just go. Like, why not? It's better than like probably going with like our husbands, which I am going with Jarvis, but it's probably better like to do that than to go, like, you know, like our husbands don't really care that much. So it's probably better to go together, and we like the same things. So we're going, and that's all the way in June. But she's coming here because her husband had like a work trip, so they just decided to make like a family trip. So it's close enough where we could meet up, and it'd be nice to meet before. We both felt, we're like, why don't we just meet up before? So it's not like we're meeting up on the day of the Taylor Swift concert, which I've done already, and it worked out fine. But you know, if we can, why not? So I will say, like, I noticed a change within myself, and I don't know if it like was just this concert, or if I think a lot of it's been Twitch helping me, which is weird because it's like usually the internet makes you more recluse, or you know, maybe more, if you're on it more, you become more socially anxious. But I really don't feel, you know, like that social anxiety as much as I used to. Maybe it's because I'm off coffee, but I mean, actually that could be, because that was a source of a lot of like my nervousness and coffee, but you know, stuff like that. But I will say that I just don't really get, like, because this is a good example. Okay, so when I went to the Taylor Swift concert in Arizona, my grandma texted me because they wanted to get me a driver. They have like a neighbor who drives, and they were like, we're willing to pay for it, and he'll pick you up. And I go, okay, great. Well, a couple hours later, she texts me back, and she's like, great news. He's also picking up another Swiftie who's
coming in from Boston to go to the show and you guys can ride together. And I'm thinking like, I mean, to be honest, what my first thought was is like, I don't really want to ride with somebody that I don't know. Like, I don't think it's like this great thing that I'm having to ride with like some stranger. But then I got closer and I'm like, actually, no, it's probably a good thing to drive with somebody else. Like, and I really shouldn't, like, I changed my mind pretty quickly about it. And I was actually kind of excited that I was going to be with somebody else, like, in the car. And it was funny because it's just, it's funny, and like it's such a platitude at this point, but it is funny because when you're in reality, things are not, they're so different than when they're online. Like when you're actually in the presence of somebody else, it's a lot harder to be mad at somebody or misconstrue what somebody says, or like you have more fun even. And it's a lot easier than like what you build it up to be in your head before it, like the anticipation. Like, you know, I was a little bit nervous before, you know, they got in the car, like the other Swiftie, right, for example, and it was like, what am I nervous about? Like, there's nothing to be nervous about. Like, it's just you're interacting with somebody else, and for me at least, it's sometimes I'm kind of nervous about like, am I going to be able to keep the conversation? Like, am I going to have enough things to talk about? And it's like that rarely is. If you have stuff in common, even one thing, then that's rarely an issue. So anyway, I just had such a positive experience, like when I was in person with the girls that I met at the Taylor Swift concert. Like, it was so easy, and it was like, I've always been a person, you know, I've been on this channel specifically for years, being like, I don't care if I have friends, I don't care if and that's kind of true still, but I was kind of saying it also because I was like really not, I don't know why I was saying that, but I feel like it was really nice to be in the presence of people, and when you do want to have a friend, it is nice to have people that you could hang with, and you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice. And I think most people, for the most part, don't want to hang out every freaking day, but it is nice, like if you want to go to a restaurant or you want to go to a concert, for example, to go with people. I don't know. I had a positive experience where we had like a lot of fun together, and it was fun to like be with other people who are friends of yours who, I don't know, nothing's making sense anymore. But anyway, now that I'm sitting in here rambling, I do have like another thing that I've been having a lot of epiphanies, and you know, sometimes my epiphanies, and most of the time you know when you'll have like a moment of clarity. I've been having a lot of those where I'm having like moments of clarity, it feels, about things, but it's unfortunate because I know that it really won't last for very long. Does that make sense? Like, you know when you have that moment of like, I know we've all had this where we're like, who cares what anybody thinks? Seriously, who cares, right? And it feels so good and relieving when you come to that realization. You're like, who cares, right? But then a week later, it's like all you care about is what other people think. Like, that's kind of what I'm experiencing. I experience that a lot. But I had an epiphany recently because one thing I'm like, my whole life I've struggled with this, but especially recently, and just being self-employed and just someone that I constantly feel pressure, and it's self-inflicted, but I constantly put pressure on myself to constantly be working, and a lot of the time it actually has a reverse effect where I actually get like paralyzed, like I'm almost paralyzed where I can't work because all I'm doing is thinking about how I need to work, but I don't know even where to begin. And I like procrastinate because all I can think about is how badly I feel because I'm not doing anything. It's it's a vicious cycle. I've talked about it before, but I've been really struggling with it, especially when I go on these vacations, which it's ironic because I go on these vacations because, with the intent of living my life and, getting out there and like making memories and living in the moment. And the whole time I just spend, like, I didn't do this in London. But the whole time I kind of spent it, this, at least with Arizona, where I was like, I just need to be working right now. Like, I feel really like I'm not doing enough. I was sick to my stomach. I'm like, I'm not streaming. I'm away from my computer. I can't, I'm not posting videos. I didn't make a main channel video. I didn't do this. All I'm doing is sitting around. And it's like, well, isn't that the point of a vacation? But it only like compounds as the days progress. And when I finally get home, I've got a million things that I literally had like a nervous breakdown when I got home, because I had like a million things that I felt like I had to do, and I'm like, I don't know how to get started again, and like I'm nervous, like, and well, I was watching, I always watch, and this is like my recommendation to anybody, but I love the YouTube channel. He also is a Twitch streamer, but he's a Harvard psychiatrist. He studied at Harvard, but he's a Harvard psychiatrist who does like YouTube videos, and he does Twitch streams, and he'll like talk to people and interview people who have all kinds of problems, everything, and he just talks them through it, or he'll talk about a specific concept or like motivation or something for 30 minutes or whatever it is. And anyway, so you can go find it. It's called Healthy Gamer, GG or whatever, and his name's Dr. K. But I was watching a couple things because whenever I'm in like a major rut, I like put this guy's videos on, and I usually find some clarity, whether it be like a meditation he did or something like that. But I was watching a couple of his videos, and every time I take a couple things from watching it, and one thing I took this time was that he was talking about stress being a motivator. And obviously stress can obviously be a good thing in certain situations. For me, it's just not really. Like, I don't enjoy it, because here's the problem that I realize I'm facing. When stress is my motivator and is the reason that it's like driving me to do things, I'm never gonna feel a sense of accomplishment, because the sense that I feel when I finally complete the task is not that of accomplishment, it's that of relief. And it's so familiar to me. Like, I always feel relief. Like, for example, I needed to stream yesterday. Like, I had to do it. I needed to just get back into it, like, finally just kind of break the seal in a sense, and like do it and get it over with. Not that I don't like doing it, but it's like that sense of, I know that I have to do it, is like making me stressed or whatever. But anyway, it wasn't like this, yay, that was like a great stream, which it was. This was a great stream. I feel accomplished. Like, I feel like I did something good today. It was like, I'm relieved that I got it out of the way and it's over. But then I immediately move on to the next thing that I have to do, which is stressing me out. Like, it never ends. And I've been this way since high school. Like, I would finish my homework and I wouldn't feel a sense of accomplishment. I just got all this homework done, or I got it done early or whatever. I would immediately be like, okay, when I have like maybe a minimum 10 hours before I feel this sense of urgency again, where I need to finish my homework again. Like, I was crazy about finishing my homework on time, like ahead of time. It almost ruined my life. I mean, not really, but so anyway, that was kind of one thing that I realized is, but I don't know what to do about that necessarily. It was sort of an observation that I did realize about myself, is like, how do I now make it so that stress is not my motivator? And I think that one other thing that I saw, and this is a separate video, and he's talking, and this is like, he's much older obviously than I am, but definitely more accomplished, which that's another topic I have. But he was talking about how he's got like 10, I gotta slow down. I don't, I'm good. Okay, 70 here. I gotta sorry, there's a cop. 2 cops actually. But he was talking about how people feel like the same way I feel, right? About just stressed out because you haven't finished a project. You have 10 projects and then you procrastinate all of them. And he's like, just finish one. He said every project's unfinished until you finish it. And there's projects that he was saying that he started, I don't know, it just felt like it felt validating and relieving to me when he was saying, like, there's projects that he started 20 years ago that he started them, but he never finished them all the way, and until like, you know, until like 20 years later. So, you know, it's like, just do one task, and it only needs to be one task. But, you know, one thing about me is I do, it's true. Lots of traffic over here. But one thing I do is I will start, like, I'll start a lot of projects, like, you know, for example, oh my God, there's a lot of cops over here. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so I'll start a lot of projects, but I don't finish a lot of them. Like, you see that with, and I guess that's like just a personality type, you know, which I never kind of thought about. Like, it's just something that certain people tend to do. And, you know, it's like, hold on, let me just backtrack really quick. When he was saying, like, just finish one thing, I felt like that made a lot of sense to me, and it's so obvious almost, but just finishing one task is, like, for the day, being good enough is something that I feel like me specifically needs to hear. Like, just finishing one single task. Like, because a lot of time I get overwhelmed with, I need to finish all of them. Otherwise, I'm a failure, or today was a wasted day, or, you know, or it feels too overwhelming to even begin. And he was talking about, like, you know, tasks, like, you're less motivated to finish a task that seems impossible. And I feel like when you put 10 things on a list and say, I got to do all these things, that starts to seem more and more like impossible, right? So if you just do one and say, this is the only thing I'm going to do today, then, I don't know, it seems easier. Sometimes I just need to be reminded of simple things, apparently. But back to what I was saying about the, you know, personality types. It's actually, like, you know, you could see it as a positive with starting tasks. For example, like, starting 17 different crafting projects, okay, like, which I have done, and you know I have, and I, you know, and it doesn't even matter if I never pick them up again, but in the case of one day down the line, I need to, you know, do a project or talk about something, or I need some knowledge or some familiarity with that thing. Like, let's just take, for example, my making bracelets, okay, beads. I went through a major jewelry phase a year and a half ago where I bought a ton of stuff for making jewelry. Well, I never finished it, and I felt like a loser and a failure, because it's like, okay, why do I do this? Like, why am I so, I can't, like, I hyperfixate on certain things for, like, a short period of time, and then I just forget about them, and I don't return to them. But it turns out, a year and a half later, I did return to it, and I had, like, a working knowledge of it, and already where I already had sort of, like, you know, a basic understanding, and I was able to pick it up a lot faster. And then, similarly, with sewing, I went through my big sewing phase, and I struggled so bad with it. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, in my opinion. Like, it's so abstract to me. It's just not the way my brain works. But I knew how to set up the sewing machine. I had the sewing machine already. I bought the sewing machine. I had a basic understanding, a working understanding of it. So when the time came where I had to sew my pants for the concert, I could do it. Like, I didn't have to go and, like, spend a bunch of time on YouTube do it, you know, trying to figure out, how do I sew a pair of pants, and let me go buy a sewing machine, and let me figure out how to string the thread through, and I knew how to do it already. So just because I'm leaving projects behind or starting things and not finishing them is not necessarily a bad thing. And another thing that I have to say, like, is my favorite thing about myself personally which some people may see as a negative thing, or like see it as me, it's like a problem that I buy a bunch of crap, or I like start a bunch of projects that I never finish, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like one of my strengths is that I do have a lot of hobbies. Like, I'm interested in a lot of different things, you know? Like, at any point you could come to me and talk to me about like one of your hobbies, and I've probably had that same hobby sometime like 10 years ago, or something like that. Like, I think that's kind of funny, but it also gives me like an opportunity to like talk to other people, connect with other people. And like I said, like I have a basic understanding of a lot of different weird little things. Like if somebody said, oh, I was into train cars, like I could be like, okay, me too. Like, so was I for a week 10 years ago or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to see, I'm trying to like really think about my, like the things that I struggle with right now, because I get upset sometimes, and it's not realistic, but I feel like I'll finally, like, I'll work really hard to get to a point where I'm like totally 100% content in life, and then for some reason I just, like, I can't hold on to that feeling for long. Like, I'll feel happy, I'll feel healthy, I'll feel like everything's going great in my life, and then something will hit me out of it. Like, I'll go on vacation, for example, which is like, why should that should make you more happy and more content, but it actually is like upsetting me more. It throws me out of my routine, and I think I need to be able to adapt better. And I don't know, I don't have it all figured out by any means, but I'm trying to figure it out. So anyway, all that to say, I'm on my way to Columbus, and it should be fun, I hope. And I think we're going to the zoo, so that'll be interesting. I've not been to the zoo, but I think it's supposed to be pretty good. But the Cincinnati one's like famous because they have like these hippos that are like, they're like world famous hippos. Their names are Fiona, and I think there's a new one. I don't remember his name. The new ones. I think it's like Francis. I don't know. But Fiona's like the big one. But it's like Fiona, and then Bibby, I think, is the mom. And there's a new Fritz. The new one is named Fritz. He's like a baby. We'll see how it is, but that's a fun thing to do. And she's got a baby as well. He's one. He's the cutest baby I've ever seen in my life, and I am gonna meet him for the first time, so hopefully he gets a good impression. Hopefully I make a good impression on him. But yeah, I think we're gonna go to the zoo, and then we're gonna go eat, and then I'll just go home, and then hopefully I can stream. But yeah, it's that's another thing. I'm like, I gotta stream, like. But it's like it takes the fun out of it when you do stuff like that to yourself, you know. Not to get on this topic again, but like it takes something that's fun. Like, I love to stream. It's a blast for me. Like, I feel like I'm just talking to people about like just fun. It's like I'm doing what I would normally do on stream, like, you know what I mean, and it's just fun, like, for hours. But I feel like it when I do that to myself, where I'm like, I've got to stream, I've got to do this, I've got to put X amount of time in, and I got to get, you know, like, I don't like the analytics of social media, and, you know, unfortunately, like, some part of me has to care, because you have to make money, obviously, but, you know, I wish that I would, like, just win the lottery, because then I would just do things the way that I really wanted to do them. I kind of do already. Like, I really don't do anything that I don't want to do. That's for sure. But I feel like I would be so much more carefree. I think that's true for anybody, right? Like, I'd just be more carefree and loose. Like, I wouldn't care if there was, like, viewers, or how many viewers, or, you know what I mean? I've been talking for 30 minutes. right, I'm gonna turn this off because I don't even know if I have the phone storage for this. So I'll see you later.
So I have some packages to open, and I forgot about this. Oh, I'm excited. Because they have all the confetti. When you order stuff from the, it's Taylor Swift merch. When you order it from the website, you get all of the new, like, they have like the Eras Tour confetti. And I will say this, I love the confetti. Okay, so these are some things that are kind of, this is kind of sketchy, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is the merch that I was really like kind of worried about, and I almost like tried to cancel my order because this is the one that's fading, okay? It's not the one that's on the merch truck. Well, one of them actually I think kind of is, but it's the design that's like not really pressed correctly, where after one wash people are like experiencing major issues. Where this is fading. Oh my god. I'm like, what the hell? By the way, I bought another bejeweled bracelet just because I'm like, it really is one of my more favorite merch items. By the way, buy this online if you want to get it, because they also sell it on the truck, but if you don't want to like wait in line, but they do sell this as well. So anyway, I did buy another one of those just because like mine, I wear mine every single day, but it's faded and now it's like all silver, which I kind of expected that would happen. But anyway, okay, let's see. Made in Egypt. Whoa. So I always like to get like oversized of these things, but yeah, this is the one that fades. So like, especially this one down here, the Reputation, it definitely fades. So I hope that it doesn't do that. But I mean, it is really soft, I'll say that much. Like, it feels good. And I like, hold on, let me see if I like it. So let me see if I like the fit. Yeah, like the fit's pretty good. Like, I like, yeah, like, it's humongous. The tour merch, by the way, hugely oversized. Like, way oversized. Okay, this is the one that I bought for Jarvis. And, because I'm like, he has to have something to wear. Hello? But, I don't know. This is the other one where I'm like, is it gonna fade? You know? Is it gonna fade? I don't know. But I got him this. This is a really, I mean, it looks nice, but it's just like, ugh, I just don't want it to fade. It's already kind of like messed up. Like, the printing's not great already. Like, especially on this, like the 1989, like, it's just not, it's not the best I've seen. And this next thing is what dreams are made of, okay? This, I was telling a story about this yesterday on my Twitch, but this is from Sweetwater, okay? So usually I order everything off Amazon, but Amazon didn't have the thing that I needed, which was the Go XLR Mini, okay? It did not have it. So I had to go and buy it off of a different website, and I was like, I was looking it up, and it was all these kind of obscure websites that were selling it. So I ordered it off of there, okay. Go XLR, hee hee hee. I need this really badly for my audio. It's like not funny anymore, and it's just not a joke anymore. I needed it. But anyway, so I needed to buy this, obviously, because like I'm having more tech issues with my, you know, with streaming. Like, it's just a constant battle of just getting the right stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get like something good. So I order off the Sweetwater place, right? Well, the next day, I ordered it at night. The next day I get a phone call from like a random number, and for some reason I answer it, but it goes like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah from Sweetwater. And I'm like, what? And it was like this guy, and we had a 15-minute conversation. He's like, I'm your client manager. I'll help walk you through. If you have any tech problems, I'll help out with that. Like, it was the best customer service that I've had in probably maybe ever. It was crazy. And he's texting me like, you know, recommendations, because I was asking him for recommendations of microphones and stuff. He's texting me them like, just let me know, I'll call you in a week and see how it's going. Some people, like, I kind of mentioned this also on my Twitch stream, but some people probably wouldn't like that, but I was like impressed, because most people just don't give a literal, they don't give a little rat's ass what happens to you. You know what I mean? What? They have candy in here. Our sweet way of saying thank you, sweetwater.com. They put candy. Oh my God, they put candy in here. That's funny. Dad's Old Fashioned Root Beer, Key Lime, artificial flavor. That is funny. I heard about this. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best companies to buy from. Absolutely unbelievable customer service. Packaged up absolutely fabulously. Goodies. Guys, check out Sweetwater. Like, I'm not kidding. I feel like everything's a scam these days. Like, everybody sucks. Except for Sweetwater. Like, I'm not kidding. They're good. Like, hopefully my streams are insane quality now. Like, next level. Next big streamer incoming, face of Twitch activated. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully I can figure it out. But I hate having to like learn. You have to sit there and watch like YouTube videos and like set it up, and then like, anyway. So annoying. Hello everyone. Well, I've had an extremely productive day today and it's not even 3 p.m. but unfortunately our garbage disposal went out. So just, there's no like fixing, this is just what I'm learning by the way. There's no fixing garbage disposals, sorry. So you basically have to get a new one and I feel like I paid a decent price for it. So he came in like a couple days, I think I called Friday and they were out by Monday. So, and it was Easter weekend. So we have a new garbage disposal down there, which is very exciting. And it works, I believe. Let's see. Yo. So that lasts about 10 years, he says. So we won't have to deal with it. It cost me like $400, but it would have been cheaper if I just, like I had bought my own garbage disposal, but I'm like, you know what, I don't even have the time, or do I care? I don't like want to mess around with like, what's the best one and whatever. So I feel like that's decent price. I don't care. So I did that. And then today, right before he got here, my toilet, I was going around and cleaning the whole house because I also had a bug sprayer guy coming, like pest control, because I always get my house sprayed for bugs every season. And I started doing that last year and it makes a difference. Like I can tell, because it'll last about 2 or 3 months. I can tell when it starts to go and I start to see some crawling. Things are crawling around. So anyway, I knew that guy was coming, so I wanted to clean the house and like vacuum and stuff like that and just get everything done. So I do that, I'm like vacuuming, blah, 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 and I go upstairs and I realize that like the toilet upstairs was just kind of dirty and I was just in like that cleaning mode. So I start cleaning it and I flush the toilet and all of a sudden it's just running nonstop. It's running over and over and over. And it just started this morning. So I'm like, wow, that's really weird that I have a plumber coming. So I asked him, I'm like, I felt bad. I always feel bad when I'm like, you know, cause I can only imagine that they constantly go into people's homes and just have people being like, hey, I know I didn't call you for this, but can you also take a look at this? You know what I'm saying? So he was so nice about it and he just did it right away and he fixed it. And so it was a couple little things. So it only cost me $50 for that. I'm like, yes, because that would have been driving me crazy. And then it worked out really, really well. So then I also had the guy at the same time, they're both here, spray and put some more like, you know, stuff down for the bugs. And I love that service. Like to me, that's worth it. And I love it. Okay. I love the bug spray people. I just do. And I went with a new company this time because the other one went out of, like, I think they went out of business or I can't find their website anymore. Like I tried to use the same company I was using and they are no longer in business. And this company was actually cheaper and local and great. So I was very excited about that. So there's always something like happening at the house where things just go, like, you know, you just have to always be ready for things to go. Plus we have an old house, we just do, you know, and we get the character as you can see, but we also get some problems. So it's just gonna be, it's been a couple, you know, now we're almost lived here 2 years. In September, it'll be 2 years. And we've just had a lot of stuff, but it's like, you know, every time we get something done, I feel like, I'm like, okay, you know, like I'm not gonna have to worry about this thing. Like I really don't mind really spending money that much. I know that it's kind of weird. I don't like mind really like replacing things. Like when the garbage disposal, I'm like, yeah, it's like a lot of money, but I'm like, you know, I just won't have to worry about it again. Like it's like one less thing I have to worry about after it goes. So I don't know, that might not make any sense. But I also folded, you know what I need to ask? I need to call a lawn service today. I might do that actually after this, but I also need to get a lawn service because the weeds are coming back, which are my worst nightmare in my life. I hate weeds, can't stand them. I vacuumed the whole house, cleaned the whole house. I folded all the laundry. I had like huge loads of laundry. Folded all that. And then what else did I do today? Oh, started working on one of my vlogs. It's amazing what you can get done when you know, take the day to do what you want to do. What else did I do? I made some lists because I want to do another Amazon favorites video. So I was just getting everything ready for that video. Like, basically it's just like sourcing all the stuff. Like, okay, looking through all my orders and being like, okay, what did I order that I really liked? from the last year, or like just from 2023. And I have a lot of stuff. I have like over 25 things. So it's kind of crazy because it's the beginning of April. So did that. Oh, I also signed up for TSA pre-check. So I have an appointment for TSA pre-check because I said to myself the last time I was at the airport, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not. And I like to be the person that's like very proactive about certain things like that. So signed up for TSA pre-check, yay, yay. So my appointment's not for a while though, but I'm excited about that because, you know, I want to do some more traveling this year. You know, and especially, by the way, I don't even know if I told you guys, like officially on here. I know I told my Twitch stream, but my parents are moving to Tucson, Arizona. So shout out if you live in Tucson, Arizona, but my parents are moving there. And my dad he's the same company, but he got like a promotion basically. And they are getting relocated there, and my dad's already out there, and my house, my childhood home, is going up on the market this week, basically this week. On my birthday, basically, it's going up because my birthday's Friday. So it's just kind of sad. So I do want to go back and see the house, obviously, before it sells. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on, but just wanted to give you some updates today on the things I'm doing. I read a lot. We have another book club book. If you want to join book club, it's on my Twitch. And I love the book so far, but I don't know if it's like the best book club book, but I just personally love it. Love it, love it, love it. So it's called The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. And Lynn Painter also wrote Better Than the Movies, which is my favorite book, like of all time. It's up there with Summer I Turned Pretty series. Anyway, I really like it. So I've been kind of just doing that. I gotta go pick up my groceries. I did also a grocery pickup. That's at 3. So I need to leave actually right now.
She goes her own way, like I don't give a damn girl. And my God, she owns it. So many heartbreaks, goes back to 2014.